humans, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video, even though it is very late and it's probably not relatable for a whole lot of you, because it's a fall decorate with me video and fall is basically over. But I already filmed the content, so we're gonna upload it anyways. And we could go ahead and call this like a last minute decorate for Thanksgiving video, right? I can get away with that, it's fine. But I really truly feel like these tips can kind of translate into any season. I love focusing decorating for specific seasons in the areas that my family frequents the most. So like our entryway, our family room, and our kitchen space, because that's where we're gonna see it the most, so that's where I put the most effort. And bonus, if you are hosting Thanksgiving, that's where most of your guests are gonna be, so that's where they're gonna be the most impressed. I feel like my style could probably be best described as Goodwill meets Anthropologie knockoffs, plus a lot of plants. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll allow it. But as you see, as we're going to be going through some of the stuff in this video, I tend to put things in trios. I build up in different heights. I love layering different textures, natural elements with thrifted finds, throwing in a good seasonal treat, and using color contrast to really add depth to my space. Really upping that ambient lighting to give a cozy feel, even though it's still in the mid-80s out here in Southern California. It's not cozy, it's hot. And doing everything I can possible to make sure that my space is as cozy as we can take it. Oh, and I filmed this a couple weeks ago, so I'm wearing a different outfit. This video is just gonna be a hot mess, isn't it? Sorry. Without further ado, let's jump right on in. One of my favorite things to do when redecorating for new season is to pull out vintage pieces that I just bought or that I deeply want to use. So using this vintage wine bottle, a couple pumpkins from Target, I like to create a trio in corners. That's my go-to thing. Using some beads that I picked up at a local flea market, I really wanted to pull up some of that bohemian, more Aztec-y type design that you saw in one of the pumpkins and add a lot more texture to the space and also help to draw the eye up. Trinket trays, these are the best, and fall scented candles. I pretty much have fall candles burning all year round. I actually ended up not liking the green leaf, so I swapped it out for a white pumpkin with a gold stem, and I think it really completed the space. Now moving on to the most important part of the day, coffee. I think swapping out standard pieces for fall colored items really helps to cozy up the space. So while my original coffee canister works, I think there's something so fun about this pop of orange to wake me up in the morning along with the beautiful smell of coffee. Another trick that I like to use, regular pumpkins, but they have to have a good stem. Grabbing a candlestick, I think it's brass, that I got from Goodwill. Yep, Goodwill. Just toss that sucker on top and stick it in a corner. Again, decorating corners is one of my go-tos. Swapping out some more standard stuff, so are my regular salt and pepper shakers with some pumpkin ones. And my spoon rest for a pumpkin spoon rest. Are you sensing a theme here? Because I am. Just make everything orange. It's great. Or pumpkin shaped. And you'll be fine. Ah, the glass pumpkin. This is such a fun thing for me. We don't typically have a lot of candy around the house, but I think having some candy corn is practically a must in the fall season. Using this clear glass one that I picked up at Target, I just tossed some candy corn in there and maybe snuck a little. A lot. This used to be full. Next, moving on to the kitchen table, because it's something we see all the time. I use this handmade Mexican table runner. I love the blue as it complements the orange for the fall season. And this super rad old wood bowl, toss that on in the middle and fill it up to the brim with gourds and squashes and pumpkins and everything fall. I just love the different colors and how they pop together, the greens with the yellows and the oranges with the blues. There's just something completely irreplaceable about using actual real squashes and pumpkins and gourds. Am I right? Another hack I like to do is add warmth in as many spaces as possible. So using this vintage bottle and some copper lights, I simply stuff it on in there. I think I originally saw this in like Restoration Hardware or probably Anthropologie. I don't know, it's all over Pinterest, but I honestly really love this little trick. It's a great way to add a little bit of warmth to a space that otherwise didn't have any, or maybe that you can't put a candle. Now, speaking of mantles, I love throwing feathers in bottles or dried decor, especially when the bottle has great texture like this one does. I build up my mantle on the sides using books. There's something about fall that makes me want to read books. I don't know about you, but I just want to get cozy. And tossing in a couple of plants and a couple of pumpkins. And a banner. I have turned this corner from blab into flab.
Hey. Hey. Monkey. I need that blanket. I need it. I need you to get up. I need this blankie.
Another space we use that is the coffee table, but there's always stuff just hanging around. So I love using a basket and fall magazines that I literally never look at, but I keep every year, and some pumpkins that are kid-friendly, like this one. I actually only swap out one pillow in my family room because I already have yellows and oranges in there, but I do think adding just one extra touch is kind of nice. It pulls out all of the oranges and yellows and blues I've already got going on. This throw is everything. I love it. So does my cat. It's great. And it also helps to draw more orange into that corner of the room because I only have it on the pillow. Blue is one of the best complementary colors for orange, so I love incorporating that into my space as well because I think that color contrast just really pops. So now in every corner of my space, you see pops of oranges, pops of yellow, and pops of blue, and I stinking love it. And I love having a place for all the magazines I don't read and for the pumpkins my son chews on. Isn't that cute? And my last favorite fall hack, because it's still so bloody hot here in Southern California, is to use candles in place of actual wood in our fireplace. I think it adds the glow of a real fire without actually adding the heat of a real fire, because I cannot justify having a fire in my fireplace with the air conditioning running. Like, that's, I gotta draw the line somewhere. So there you have it, guys, how I decorate for the fall season. And basically every season, I guess. I just switch out some of the more common elements. I love layering up in corners. I mean, like, you saw the video. You know what I like to do. But we just needed to get this footage out there because I already filmed it. So I'm a really good YouTuber, huh? Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with my lateness and fall, even though it's not really fall, but really wanted to put this video out there. And I'm really excited about the cute little corners that I've made. Even though I'm gonna switch it out probably next weekend for Christmas stuff. Oh well, until next week, bye guys!